Guys, I live in a pretty cool part of town, okay? I live in, like, the area where people jog with their dogs. Which, like, me and my dog, we understanding we're never gonna jog together, because we have very similar body types. We're kind of short, stocky, barrel-chested, 8 nipples. We're not going out together.
One of the 4 times that I've moved from LA to Austin, I drove there with my 4 cats and my dog in the car, and I rented a giant SUV and I put these big kennels in the back for the cats where I had food and water dishes and litter boxes and blankets. But even with all those amenities, there were a lot of angry accusations coming from the back of the car for a couple hours, and then it just got completely silent. And that made me kind of nervous because I didn't know if maybe they were planning something. So I just pulled over and I called a family meeting, and I just, I explained to the cats, like, I know that this drive across country is difficult, but living in Austin again is gonna make life better for all of us, and there is no in team, so.
I apologize if anybody was offended by my use of the N-word in that previous joke. I heard a couple of gasps. And I don't use that word often. In fact, I struggle on whether or not I should use that word at all. And I don't believe we should ever use that word to hurt people. But I do believe we should use it to shame our pets. You guys are on board already. You should be. It's just fun for everybody. And it makes sense. If you own a cat that's an asshole, or a parakeet that thinks it's better than you. Oh, you think you better than me just because you can fly? You! Oh, flying ass wouldn't be shit without me. I buy your birdseed. I buy the scarves you refuse to wear. Wear your scarf.
So happy to be here. I'm gonna start with an impression, if that's okay. I promise it's the only one I'm gonna do. It's the only one I know how to do. But I do think I might be the best in the world at it. I hope you haven't heard it before. This is an impression of my mom. Or rather, who my mom has become since my parents got a small dog. Because I went home recently and this is a real conversation that we had. Do you want to see Buster's new trick? Buster. Buster. Buster, sit down. Buster. Buster. Busty boy. Bust. Bust. Buster. Buster Brown. Buster, sit down. Buster. He was doing it before. Thank you so much. Oh, you're too kind. I want you to know that I shortened that. You're welcome. Also, you know what? I will go ahead and acknowledge, I know you guys are not the ideal audience for that impression. It's not anything against you. I've just already performed it for its ideal audience, which is my brother Stoned. He listened to that for like an hour. It's not gonna get better than that. I'm at peace with it. We're gonna have a fun night. My mom is the most easily impressed person in the world. I don't know if you could tell from that impression. Like, she was still really proud of the dog. He didn't even do the trick. The trick, by the way, was sit, and he's 6 years old.
I got a new dog. my girlfriend and I, we got a rescue. We're very good people. And he's 4, too, so it's like really a rescue. Feels really good. Not every rescue dog you can brag about rescuing something. I have a friend who just got a 3-month-old puppy. The most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Looks like it was sculpted by Michelangelo. I would throw my dog into the river to get this dog. And he's like, I rescued a dog. You didn't rescue, you won a dog. You rescued him. You rescued him from the Westminster Dog Show, where he was about to be murdered by gold medals. I rescued a dog. He's 4. He has a collapsing trachea, and he spends most of the day trying to lick the inside of my mouth off. I don't let him. He's a good dog. We got him from a shelter that we chose because it was the only shelter we found that didn't want to come do a home check, which is very popular and very insulting to me as a guy trying to do a good thing for an old dog. They want to come over to your house and look around and make sure your house where you live is good enough for what is currently a homeless dog. He's a cool dog, he's chill, he doesn't, make a big deal about stuff. But if he needs to poop, he doesn't bark or scratch at the door, he just goes behind the couch and poops. Leaves me out of it. I appreciate it. He's cool. I think the most interesting fact about my dog is that he is actually a girl. It's a twist, I know. I call him a boy all the time because who cares? I think it's weird when people ask me if my dog's a boy or a girl. My only response is, why? What are you planning? My dog's gender is gonna be an issue for you. You're no longer allowed to dog sit.
Another woman had a dog at the airport, dressed up. What's this? What's with the dogs? I got a dog. It's my dog. Why don't we do dog things? Go to the park, you can give it a frisbee. Once in a while, lean down. Hey, how you doing? You all right? Good? All right, get the hell out of here. It's the dog. I'm not dressing it up. What's up? Why's the dog got socks on? Socks, had a sweater, little hat, little cell phone around his neck. Stop trying to humanize the animal. It's a dog. Let it be a dog. In Los Angeles this past year, they had, for Christmas time, a Santa Claus for your dog. 150 dogs wrapped around the mall to see Doggy Santa. 2 kids to see the normal Santa. 150 dogs. Right? And you got the idiot owners sitting there in line. Yeah, Cooper. Yeah, you're gonna see Santa today. And they put the dog on Santa's lap. And from the line, they're like, go ahead, Cooper. Go ahead. Tell Santa what you want. I'm looking at this, I'm like, he just wants to lick his balls. But he can't because he's got a sweater on.
I'm in a pretty good mood, everybody. Me and my girlfriend, we just got a dog. Look at that. Yay! We got a dog. I don't know if any of you guys have ever gotten a dog with a significant other, but when we got him, a lot of my friends were like, oh, Dave, that's a real serious commitment. Dogs, they can live 13 or 14 years. Are you guys ready for that serious of a commitment? And me and my lady had a long talk, and we got a 10-year-old dog.
I'm a father. We have kids because we didn't want pets. And You ever meet those people who say, oh, I don't have any kids, my cats are my kids? Oh, yeah? How are your cats doing in school? You ever worry about your cats hanging out with the wrong group of cats?
It's tough dating for me just because I'm a mom. I have 2 cats, and just, it's tough. Proud to be a cat person. I'm a cat person, and I don't know if you know this, there's a lot of anti-cat propaganda out there. Have you heard about this? This is a study that it was apparently published that's supposed to prove that cats are creepy and dogs are awesome. I know you've heard about this, but apparently if you're a dog owner and you die in your home, your dog will wait 5 to 7 days before it begins to eat your body. Sorry. And it will start with the arms and legs first. Aww. And a cat will wait 1 day, starts with the face. Okay. Proves nothing, right? Proves nothing. It's just a different kind of animal, for a different type of pet owner. Hey, maybe you want a pet that's gonna be like emotionally conflicted about eating your dead body. Knock yourself out, get a dog. That's not me. I like to surround myself with little miniature tigers who are just waiting. Just waiting. My cats are so cute. They wake me up in the morning sometimes by licking my nose. And then when I open my eyes, they're like, oh, sorry, we'll come back. We thought it was time to eat your face.
So annoying having old parents because you have to tell them when they're doing things stupid. I have to tell my parents when they're doing something wrong. Like this morning, my mom called me because she thinks her dog is racist. I was like, that's ridiculous, Mom. Your dog can't be racist. Puppies aren't born to hate. It's not a world I want to live in. She's like, no, every time I walk Pinky down the street and there's a black guy, she just starts barking at him. I was like, Mom, that means you're a racist. That means when you're walking down the street and you see a black guy, you tense up and get nervous, that tugs a little bit on the leash and trains Pinky to act to protect you. Which is the same psychology I use to explain why when I'm walking my dog by a black guy, she goes up and sucks his dick. She just climbs up his leg, starts pawing at his balls. Like mommy like puppy. I'm just kidding, I don't have a dog.
I'm a dog person, and I have to say, if female dogs are bitches, female cats are total cunts. Yeah. And if you don't know the difference between a bitch and a cunt, a bitch would be like, that's an ugly dress. But a cunt would be like, nice dress.
I really want to get into it tonight, okay? So, cats or dogs, guys? Cats? Anybody say cats? Cats? The girl that looks like she likes cats likes cats? Well, just so you know, you're wrong. Cats are the fucking worst. I hate cats. They are so cold and indifferent. Like a dog will bring you a newspaper, according to cartoons that I watch. Cat will be like, oh, you wanted a newspaper? Oh, I thought you wanted this decapitated rat carcass. Oopsies. I have never seen a blind person with a cat before. Seen a whole lot of dogs with them. Blind person's like, hey dog, let's go to the library. Dog's like, you got it, I don't care that you're blind and you want to go to the library, let's do this. It's like, how do you know where the library is? Google Maps, bro. Cat's like, oh, you wanted to go to the library? Oh, I thought you wanted to hang out under this radiator for 6 hours. I will give it to cats that they're classy. They go to the bathroom in private. I think that's pretty cool. Dogs are just like, oh! Why do I gotta look you in the eyes when I do this? Why is that part of it? Now I'm gonna arch my back, shake my legs, squeeze out this Tootsie Roll. It's like you can't take a cat anywhere. You could take a dog to the beach, throw a frisbee around with him. Take a cat to the beach, cat's like, pardon me, Al. But before I don't go into the water, because that's gross, and the only way to clean oneself is with one's weird sandpaper tongue, I was wondering, is there a baby about? Because I want to scratch something in the face. And then they walk away like this, always like that. Always with their tail in the air. Like they think they're all sexy, like, oh, bet you want to fuck this cat ass, don't you? Cats' asses look like pizza-flavored combos. How is it that a cat is 1 foot tall and their ass is always at eye level? Oh, now I'm gonna rub myself against this thing right here. Just in case somebody shows up 6 days from now who's allergic, and I'm not personally here to make them itchy as fuck. The tail has evolved, by the way, guys. It's up here now, but it used to be sort of down here. I would do sort of a, like this. Now it's like, it used to be like this, and I'd be like, that looks kind of like a duck-billed platypus. And then my buddy's like, no. That looks more like you're like half-heartedly thwarting away a butt fuck. Come on, man. Quit it. Trying to watch Idol, man. Come on.
I live in California and I moved to a new house, and the woman who used to live in the house I moved into had 2 indoor cats, like 2 pet cats that just stayed inside. And when she moved, she just left the cats outside and just moved away. Yeah, and one of the cats went feral right away. Like a little too quickly, you know? Like it could not wait. It was like, this is where I belong, and just fucking ran off. Like a kid on a school trip who just takes all his clothes off, runs into the forest, fuck everything! Tomorrow's not coming! Gone. We see her far away on rooftops, silhouetted against the night sky, murder in her mouth. Lost cause. The other cat is this really sweet and friendly male cat, and he's just trying to get back into the house. Yeah, and he's really confused. He looks at us like, no, you don't understand. I live here. Who are you fucking people? But after a couple weeks, he starts trying like different tactics, you know? Like sometimes he'll hide behind a car, and we open the door, he'll like try to like run right by us. Some days he'll act like real nonchalant, like, thanks for getting the door for me. One time he showed up in like a pizza guy outfit. We're like, why would we let the pizza guy into the house? Tiny brains.
So I got a dog, that's what I did. I got a girl dog, I rescued her. And technically I paid for her, but her name was Tina, and I saved her from that, so she's mine now. I named her Miley because my name's Hannah. So she's the other side of me. That's correct. She really is the drunk version of me. You know, she pees everywhere, puts everything in her mouth. And I don't drink anymore, so I don't get mad about it. I get nostalgic. Like, even at the dog park last week, I felt like I was watching myself in my early 20s because she was hopelessly chasing this golden retriever while a pug ate her ass the entire time. And she just let it happen. Rolled over, actually, and just let him have it.